well, Steve. Managers have assistants to help them, and your assistant certainly helped you this afternoon with a winner at the end.
Like I said when you interviewed me before the game, Mike, didn't help me. You know, they help the team. That's all. You know, all I do is pick a team. You've seen the conditions out there. I don't go out there. You know, there was a chance in the first half. I think we had 4 or 5 shots in that space, and we couldn't put it away. You know, I get the blame for that. You know, or it's a bad touch. I get the blame for that, but I make decisions, and not bad ones for a man who doesn't know what he's doing, bringing a sub on and scoring the winner. That's twice in 2 games, and like I say, it's all doom and gloom because we've played 4 league games, we won 3.
Yeah, you've won back-to-back home league games here now.
Yeah, you know, so it's all doom and gloom. But no, I'll keep fighting. I'm delighted for these boys. You know, and it was a well-earned 3 points. You know, I'm over the moon for them, and they're, you know, if you're in that dressing room and people want to talk about things, they were in that dressing room and giving me hugs like there was. You know, as the chairman always states, we're in it together, and you know, I'm delighted for them boys, and they're delighted for me.
You have come under a lot of criticism on social media since you went out the trophy in midweek. Do you feel it's unfair because you're sort of mid-table, got to the first round of the FA Cup? I mean, most people before the season started surely would have taken that.
You know, there are allowed their opinions, but you know, I've lived in here, lived Gainsborough all my life. They've had some big games every now and again. Every time I've been in charge, we've had a big game every season. You know, I've been here 5 years and we've had a big game every season. Just because I've lost my first, you know, game against being, you know, a lower league team, you know, makes us the worst manager or the worst team in Gainsborough's history. You know, but you know, I've got great belief in myself. I've got great belief in these players. And, you know, it's not every fan, because I've had a lot of texts and a lot of private messages off a lot of fans giving me a lot of, you know, confidence, and you know, I owe them a massive thank you for that. You know, I got the players on Wednesday morning texting me, you know, and said we'll bounce back and we'll do it for you, House. You know, I don't mind who to do it for. You know, as long as they go out there and perform, and that's all I've asked for them today. To go out there, wear that shirt with pride. You know, if I could still run a bat and I could play against Trinity, I'll tell you what, I'd run through a brick wall for anybody. You know, and that's all I want my players to do. You know, sometimes it's not going to be the greatest game, especially with the wind with the way it was today. But you know, today we saw a massive improvement, and you've got to remember, Harrogate were in the 3rd or 4th in the league before today's game, and we've near enough matched them. You know, they might come about and say the conditions didn't help, but it's the same for both teams.
And another home game to come next week. If you win that, you're really on a roll.
Well, exactly. You know, football's a funny old game, as Jimmy Greaves used to say, and you know, everything can change within a week. You know, one week you're down because of one result, and then all of a sudden you pick up 2 wins, and it's not rosy. It's just 3 points for us. You know, to me, it's just another game. And then next week we've got to build on that. You know, it'll be a waste of time getting a great victory like we have today if we don't perform next week, and that's what we'll be aiming to do. But you know, them lads have run through the mill, you know, and I heard some shouts when Jarman was coming off, oh, we can't do that. But Jarman ran himself into the ground, his calf was tight. Paul Mackay got an injury, his calves were tight as well, so we had to bring him off. You know, and when we did them change, I've got to admit, it gave them a bit of a spurt for 5 minutes, but after that we got back into it and controlled it, and got the deserved winner.
And for a club like Trinity, where do you think they should realistically be? I mean, they're sitting in mid-table in what most people think is the strongest that league's ever been. There's teams like Stockport, a former Football League side, there's FC United, they get over 3,000. What is a realistic expectation for a club from a town the size of Gainsborough that gets around 400?
Listen, like I said earlier, this is my 5th season, and believe me, this is the toughest league that I've been in my time as Gainsborough. And you know, if I'm being honest, we're doing well. You know, and like you say, you look at it, and it could be 50 points before you say from relegation. But you know, like you say, it's a very, very tough league. There's a lot of spending out there. I mean, well, you know, you don't say it's a fact, but probably 4 of their players are more than what my budget is, and you know, you've got to compete with teams like that. But what I will do is send my team out to give it their all. That's all I demand from my players. You know, yes, when I took over in my first couple of years, we had the money. We haven't. So you know, I dream of still a playoff position. you know, that would be way out of depth for us. But I have to say it because that's what I want to do. You know, it's waste time me coming here and say we're going to finish bottom half, we're going to struggle, because it's a horrible thing to do. We're here to win as many games as we can, and we'll see where it takes us at the end of the season. But you know, I think we're in a position that we probably should be. We might be, you know, in the league table, probably overachieving because of the budget strengths of other clubs and what they're paying. So you know, I just take great belief, and you've got it from me that I will send my team out to go out there and perform. And you know, as the old saying goes, get a sweaty shirt, wear that shirt with pride, and just have big hearts. Roll the sleeves up in days like this. You know, for the last 2 games, Ashton, we didn't roll the sleeves up. And you know, I apologise for that, but you know, remember we went to Wrexham and beat them, and we shouldn't beat. You know, we're not supposed to beat them. Ashton on paper are not supposed to beat us, but upsets happen. Get over it. It's gone. We've got the result today, and like I said, we move on. We've got Enfield next week.